Okay, so.
I think we're functional.
Alright, excellent. So, if anyone came early and saw me try to figure out, putting on Twitch chat, whoops. So.
We've got something figured out now.
Yeah, I'll try to have a more elegant, but my first solution was called Baffler, and it became a very fitting name for that. Which it got to the point where I simply couldn't click on it anymore. I need to go to the task manager to turn it off.
Huh.
Again, it wasn't freezing; it was functioning, but it wasn't. The borders just weren't coming up anymore. And anyway.
Anyway, I think we have a game to play tonight.
Yep. And as our auspicious, dark elf put on, and if you're paying attention to the label for said Twitch, we are playing a bit more Daggerfall. Now, we're not doing Life of Kalen this time. You take a break from all the skeletons, and let's see. Close that out.
Well then, what are we doing?
Well, so I basically did a full reinstall of Daggerfall Unity.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to keep it simple. Enough of the graphic mods. I'll do like, monster mods and stuff like that. But,
considering that a lot of the monster mods are made to work with the old graphics, I think that makes very good sense.
Yes, and so I basically focused on gameplay, and specifically gameplay that kind of fills in a lot of the what I feel are the missing pieces to Daggerfall, and it's mostly fitting in the world. So between World of Daggerfall, mod by Kamer, and travel options, I believe by Hazelnut, a lot of those is filled in. So today we're going to start from the very most western coast of Hammerfell and just start riding.
Road trip.
Yep, it's going to be a road trip. We'll see how that goes. I guess it's sort of going to be a mod talk. Why is this? Stop. But more importantly, so let's see how this goes. So, last time we talked about World of Daggerfall, the thing freezed up because of a centaur that landed on my ship.
Right, yeah, it's been a while since then. Alright, go to OBS.
Let's try to look professional here.
We can try.
Come on.
Well, we've got for 2 people watching at once, so.
Something professional. Anyway,
There
so
we are.
and I know the chat is not ideal, but it's about what I can manage at the moment, so deal with it.
In the meantime, I think we've got a game to play.
Yes, we do.
Pretend like that are active in here. There we are.
So before we begin, there are a couple mods I want to show off. So again, none of these are graphically. A lot of them are just kind of little touches or just gameplay. The enemy expansion, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Telescope, always like that. But the most important ones are the travel options, which we'll be using most in this chat.
Alright.
Let's see, World of Daggerfall, which there we go. Oh, this is very important. That means the archery actually works. And windmills, which will also be important for weird reasons. So, and basic roads. So, yeah, just so if you want just a mental note of what's included and what isn't, there you go.
And we've used the archaeologist our one option there.
Yep.
So let's get over to Hammerfell, shall we?
Yes. So, I've, played a lot of characters. Well, okay, like 4. But, so, I'm thinking Solaris, because that means I can go around the countryside, find abandoned camps, and yes, those are included on World of Daggerfall, and blow them all up. So
we're not going to continue with the ill-advised Reasno guides.
No. No, he was specifically made as an example of just how screwed you can be before you're even out the gate. So, certain things happened.
So, where are we playing?
Let's see. Where did we try to say?
Where we left off.
Yep. Well, we can always teleport, but archery didn't work anyway. So let's move on.
It is raining.
And I'm in
a lake.
I'm in a lake. Let's rectify this. Why? Okay.
So, what province are we currently in? Are we in Hackney?
Good question. Hold on. Oh, right. Yeah, I did check that. Okay. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm in the ocean. Anyway.
Ah, yes. Your shirt of levitation.
Yep. I think that makes sense. You know, just kind of like wings coming from the midsection of the body. Maybe.
That does make sense, actually. You're strong enough to carry your horse.
Lysandus of Daggerfall, welcome. Well,
some vengeance happening here.
I'll tell you what, if I die and reload, there will definitely be some vengeance. Okay. So, it looks like my teleportation got screwed for some reason. So, I'm going to just...
I was going to say, we could go to the Majos.
In fact, let's just make a beeline So, we basically want to start all the way from here. It's a lot farther than I thought. To, let's say, somewhere up there.
Okay.
So, pretty sure I have some cash on me.
I would be amazed if your character does not have cash on you, to be honest.
So, let's go to, well, actually, let's find an actual town.
Yeah, just pick the easternmost point. Or westernmost point. The Molan Giant? Why not? Do you have a ship?
Actually, better yet.
You just realized you have no gold.
Pretty much. So let's rectify that. Or am I already here?
Huh. Not counting anything trying to kill you on the way, of course. Oh, only 70 hours in real time. We're actually playing around with a mod today that makes the road trip a little bit more bearable.
Assuming I can actually start this. Hold on. Okay. No longer stuck in levitation.
Huh.
Moving on.
You might notice we have people riding around on horseback here. You might add on carriages, and you might notice those aren't in the normal game.
Okay, so let's find my mage skill. I think that's one. This is becoming a slower start than I imagined. You know, I reloaded it, hoping things would just be fine. But this is Daggerfall, so what was I thinking? Let's see.
That looks like a mage's that you just passed. No, it doesn't. Okay.
Yep.
Right, I don't think I'm used to this texture set. Because I don't usually play it in this area. So what guilds is Solaris part of again?
Let's see, he's fighters and mages, primarily.
Gotcha, that's an alchemist. There we are.
So, just to show my embarrassment even further. Archmage! Lost in the ocean for no reason at all. So I imagine him going into this guild hall, just, you know...
Sopping wet.
Yeah, just sopping wet.
Huh.
Gentlemen?
To be fair, that's kind of in character.
Yeah. Yeah, based on the fan fiction we're doing.
Did you need money? If you want money, you probably
Yes, sometimes magic is hard. Well, not really, because we have teleport here now.
Right, and teleporting is free through the guild.
Yes. Let's save before I screw myself further.
I was gonna say, it is completely in character for an Archmage magic a little bit too hard.
Hey, you're finally awake in the middle of the ocean for some reason. Okay.
I'm actually reminded of, oddly enough, the game Majesty. Some of the dialogue that the mages would get on that. Specifically, where did I leave my spell book? That's Danger Summoning.
Yeah, the Danger Summoning, we're not quite doing that.
Ah, there we are. Thank you, clerk.
So let's just put a save.
Road trip.
Hit the road. Road
I half expect you to just put Rapture.
trip. Anyway. Okay. Oh, good wizard. Get me out of here.
We are going. So, to the westernmost point.
To the Mole and Giant Tavern. So, first we're going to stop at a tavern. I don't have money. Actually, I might. Hold on. Well, I don't have cash. I do have notes, though. I'm, like, drowning in notes.
Will they take notes?
I hope so. If not, then I guess we're starting.
I have a guess as to where the actual... There you go.
Alright, well, there's a kid. I don't... He's not who I want to talk to.
Ah, yes. Among other things here, you might notice we have more diverse NPCs.
Yep, we have Dark Elves, we have... we can find Argonians, and even Khajiit in the wild.
Nice. Rude. One night.
Yes.
3 gold.
Yes, I have, in fact, money. Okay, so we will be getting up bright and early. I'm really glad they take notes. In fact, how much do I have? Oh, yeah.
You have plenty.
Yep. In various currencies. And actually, now that we've woken up, we can show off some of the equipment I have.
Alright, let's see what produce you've got here.
So, a lot of these are enchanted in some way. This gives levitation, I believe. Yeah, shield arm gives shield and a few other things. Yeah, this is sold bound by an ancient lich. And then, but probably the biggest thing. Thanks for the room.
Yeah, that's how it typically goes.
Yep.
I was known for wandering straight into the Fighters Guild and just passing out as soon as I got in the door.
Hey, keep in mind, he's still sopping wet.
Having teleported in.
So the Daedric Starfire. What's on here? A lot. Absorb spells, featherweight, potent against Daedra, potent against undead, enhances long blade. Cast when used, force bolts, when strikes, fire storms, enhances critical strike. Direful characters are the complete opposite of Insomniacs, yes.
Narcolepsy?
Yeah. Oh, I'm wounded. Here, let me take an hour nap. Potent versus humanoids, and soulbound by a Daedra Lord. So there's a lot on that sword, and I have an ice version in case somehow A through F doesn't work.
Huh.
I have this just in case.
We earlier did a thing where we just ran out and got all of the Daedric artifacts.
Oh yeah, in fact, I think we can pick out a few. Yeah, that was my goal for this character as complete. I've gotten through the main quest, so I won't be doing any of that. So yeah, we have all of them. Maybe I'm missing like one or two that I'm completely forgetting about, but there you go.
Huh.
and some Daedric pants that I forgot. All right, cool. So if I'm somehow desperate for money,
You're gonna sell your Daedric pants?
yep. How's my sword? New condition. Cool. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
So when
Actually,
I
do you want
first.
to show off your face too?
Oh yeah.
Since you got the hat on.
So yeah. See, I always imagine with red hair.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a headcanon, but yeah, he has black hair. This is my. So when I first played this game, it was the DOS box thing. It was actually, and somehow that save got glitched to the point where I can't get through the main quest. So that's why why I got on Unity in the first place.
I was gonna say the somehow it's Daggerfall, man.
Yeah. And all the
I
patches.
say this as someone who has been playing this since the 90s.
Alright, one more save. So, we're going to point east. Yeah, actually, let's get the horse. So, I don't think it's an improved draw distance from what Daggerfall Unity starts with, but it's still pretty good. So, we're going to go into travel options. Oh, that's not it. Here we go. So we're over there. So we want a someplace on the absolute opposite end.
I think that's the easternmost point there. So.
Yep. So, and then I guess we could take that road out of here if we really felt like it. I have no idea how long it's going to take. I have no idea how far we're going to get tonight, but we will proceed. On your mark, get set, go. Alright, so it's going to take me 10 days. That's optimistic. Well, I guess we'll see. On your mark, get set, go. We're going to stop every once in a while because occasionally this thing freezes.
Freezes, or you need to sleep from time to time.
So this will be interesting. Because so far I've only done this in Wayrest, and not in the desert areas. And this isn't like the enhanced graphic stuff, but I do love how the sprited backgrounds go.
Yeah.
So yeah, miles ahead of us there is jungle, but at the moment there are palm trees. So. But yeah, what I like about this is they expire on a timer naturally, though Unity has a console. Yes, yeah. So yeah, that's basically what I did. The next step of the main quest just wasn't happening. So,
it was basically right before we go into what's the name of the place?
Well, it was right before the big totem part of the plot.
Yeah, which I honestly had never seen before because the version that I had was the original CD version from '96. We never got the floppy patch, so we were never able to actually finish it at that point.
Yeah, and I know when it was first released, people literally could not get through the main quest because of that glitch. But people enjoyed it.
I never did.
Yeah, but a lot of people enjoyed it for like the guild stuff and just all the random nonsense that could happen.
I mean, honestly, usually after talking to Lady Bryciana, yeah, that is the pure version of Daggerfall there.
The most pure Bethesda experience.
But yeah, typically after I met with Lady Bryciana, since the next quests that come up aren't on a timer, I typically would just ignore the main quest. Sometimes I do the one for the Prince of Sentinel because I liked him.
I'm gonna go under this rock loop just because.
Go for it. Nice.
And we might stop at a dungeon or two if we come across it.
Steam version, to be released without the fixes. It's broken down.
As it was originally intended.
It is the intended experience.
So yeah, here's a town.
There goes the town.
Yep. Goodbye.
Okay, they did fix it and put the problem.
Fellow employees of Steam, are we missing something? Like the game working? But yeah, Unity is just a much more user-friendly. Now, what I'm hoping to catch, in this exercise, is the kind of like outdoor covens that you can come across.
If we're lucky, we'll see one. Does this character have a telescope?
He should, but I might have. Okay. No. Okay. So
next time we're in a town that has an alchemy shop,
yeah,
we'll pick one up.
Okay.
Because that's been a fun thing that mods added.
If you hit on that, you can go straight back into your traveling direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the fun thing about this character is I could just hit the respite spell and just go indefinitely.
True, but it's kind of fun to roleplay a bit.
Yeah, and going at this speed, you definitely don't want to do this at night.
Yeah. You'll run into things.
Yeah.
I love seeing the mountains change color as the lighting changes, though.
Yeah. So curious, what's 5 like? Alright, so that's kind of normal horse speed.
Yeah.
2 horsepower. The best horsepower.
By the way, it works today, and a goat tried to climb into my lap again. So I work at a living history farm, and occasionally, basically today, we had to do the prove that you're a safe driver because we need to have certifications because you work for the state and you might possibly be driving state vehicles.
Oh, there's an airship that just flew on by. Another thing added. I do hope for airship sword fights at some point. It's a very tall order, considering a centaur kind of crashed my game last time that happened. But
it would be cool.
Yeah.
Looks like the sun's starting to go down. We should probably look for a nearby town.
Yep. So I do feel this definitely fills in a lot of the gaps for the fast travel, but I don't. You cover certified royalty of Amberfell to operate those airships.
Yep.
Or just a lot of money. Okay, so actually let's see what's even nearby. Oh, maybe there's maybe there's an alchemy shop. 40 minutes, not too bad.
Change your direction slightly.
Yeah, but
yeah, basically, the defensive driving course was long and frustrating and involved a grainy full motion video. So I went in and cuddled a goat afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
They're very sweet.
Okay, we arrived in town.
Ah. Black market ruled by air pirates. I will totally headcanon that, yes.
Yes. Okay. So we also might run into battles. If you see like a windmill, there's probably going to be something invading it.
Let's see, are the gates still open or too late at night? Oh good, they are still open.
Just in time.
Just made it. The gates close behind you as night falls on the streets.
Mm-hmm. And there's no one to ask for an alchemy shop. That's a horse.
I mean, you could try asking a horse. He won't help you, but...
Mr. Ed, I need guidance.
Honestly, I'd say go to an inn for the night and find an alchemy shop in the morning. Oh, well, conveniently.
Well, actually, there's only like 3 shops. We can just see. Where's... What? Is that doctor? I don't know, actually.
I was gonna say that's probably a...
What was a doctor?
Ah, practical and straightforward.
Oh, never mind.
I was gonna say no. Ah, camels though. I always love seeing those in Hammerfell.
Mm-hmm. I do appreciate it. ESO, you get the hot shot. That's all. So it'll collapse.
I was gonna say, so the booming airship black market, I assume they come equipped with cannons.
So I do like filling in the gap for the fast travel, but I don't think it could work in Oblivion or Skyrim.
Too complicated, really.
Yeah, ooh.
That might be alchemy. And it's still open.
What are you buying?
Nope, that's a bookshop.
Oh. Alright, well, the end of this.
Alright. That's alright, we'll find an alchemist another night.
It should be fairly easy. They should be fairly easy to spot if we ever come across it. The Reckless Stag.
That's good spawn setting. You have recklessly put a barrel in front of the door.
Yeah.
Alright, Caesar.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think he's a wine drinker.
Okay. A wine and a room for the night. You are not hungry.
Nope. Let's see. So it is 6:24. Alright, so about 12 hours.
That's your closet. Oh, there's a Khajiit.
Wait, Khajiit. Quest lady. Women don't even have a quest. These two want nothing to do with each other.
Clearly.
Too much history. It's raining. But onward we go to... over here.
But you want to get outside of the town gates first.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Just saying. That horse has incredible balance.
Yep. I'm pushed too. So this horse is also a paper one, but just as light as paper.
Actually, there.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna sort of. We'll see.
We'll figure as we go.
So,
Too much history. Yeah.
yeah.
That is a large part of the point.
Yep.
Those large rocks do not walk into.
No. Oh, no. Ah.
Hold on. Every time something like that happens, I am concerned that you would fall through the rock, but I've gotten stuck in the void before.
Speaking of crashing.
So there was a point where I had to be very careful about the route that I would take to get out of Castle Daggerfall, because it was possible to get stuck on a guard.
Yeah.
And the only way to get out would be to kill him.
But it's okay, because no one cares about it. I literally fireballed an entire court of guards and their vassals and
then the king offered you a job 3 minutes later.
not even offering me a job, just like, good to see you, old friend. Come to murder today.
So what was I about to say there? I was going to say something on that topic.
Well, going back to why this wouldn't work in like Oblivion Skyrim, I do feel that these kind of graphics, the more fidelity you have, the more you can get away with.
Yeah. Your brain fills in a lot. It's, in large part, kind of symbolic.
Yeah, and it's interesting how much you can just do in this game with very little effort. Like, be a werewolf on a horse levitating.
Speaking of, werewolf was part of the reason why that was a Goshi technique. So your reputation only goes down if the guards successfully hit you with their sword. I I would be surprised if it had ominous.
No, but I'm just seeing where we are. Oh. I'm just curious. I figure we ought to stop here now, so we don't get completely
Yes,
extreme
off.
offer. The speed of horse.
2 horsepower, as you said.
Yep, it's a total 2 horsepower. Actually, I should record this and have like a map with like a trail going through it.
That would be fun. The translucent dotted line map.
Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah. Go with the Breath of the Wild route. Just have a motorcycle.
How would you like to see a Mad Max game made in the center? Ooh.
We want to keep ear out because there might be an attack.
There is a bird.
I don't think I can kill the bird though. Alright, well, things seem fun.
Okay.
Well, it's been happening a lot in Wayrest, as Tulsi's farm said, yep. But yeah, and even Morrowind with its earlier flavor of full 3D graphics could get away with things that later games couldn't with the way they were presenting stuff. Because no one even bats an eye. No player that I know of even bats an eye if the store is open 24/7.
Well, one thing I will point out, Morrowind was actually is easier to make seamless mods.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have to worry about voice acting.
Yeah.
One Let's Player we really enjoy, Orchard Dave, has been doing a lot of Oblivion Let's Plays with a lot of custom content. And it seems to fall into 2 camps. One, guy's mouth moves and there is no noise. Or 2, oh my god, that voice acting.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to knock them, too badly. I figured
Now take us.
Yeah, it's a capitalist nightmare. Alright, we're getting close-ish to the border. So yeah, I picked Hammerfell because I think there's just going to be a lot more variety in the landscape.
Since Daggerfall is pretty much all temperate.
Yeah. I mean, there are differences, but here we go from desert to jungles to mountains to more jungle. So I still want that to be a dungeon. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I don't think that one is. Have we come across a dungeon on our way? Should we poke our nose in?
One suggestion for Roll to Daggerfall would be to have those rock structures, contain like beasts and bandits and all that.
Kilgore Manor.
All right, it's late enough. Let's see.
I think this is just a house.
Nuts. All right. Carry on then. Come, Nerevar, customer or employee, come and look upon the menu, the Makulakon, and bring MasterCard. I have need of it. The Visa Wraith card. Actually, I have Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Drive.
Ooh, over there. So to your left.
Where?
There's town.
Actually, another thing we can do.
Let's follow the road.
Yep. Oh no, we'll have to search door to door.
Oh dear, will we ever make it?
Outfits. Yeah.
Also, according to my phone, we have beverages waiting at the door. Let's find out if that's accurate.
Yep.
frozen chai.
And I have a cookie.
Yes, you do in fact have a cookie. For thee?
Thank you.
And for me.
Okay. Oh no, it took me 13 hours to open this cookie.
I was gonna say that's an impressive wrapper on that.
Mm-hmm. And it's also possible that this is one of the less dense as far as the world of Daggerfall goes. But we will be hitting Sentinel, which is another major location.
You know, I would not blame the modders for taking more or less the same technique as the developers did and not fully developing every tiny town.
That's fair.
The part of the advantage of having a bunch of tiny undeveloped towns is when they want to put a new unique quest in, they can.
Yeah, and
it won't interfere with the main quest if it's far enough out.
Well, one modder decided to take the graveyard, which no quest ever goes to, and basically to have a lot of oh, we entered a new region.
Ooh.
It's Cairo.
Neat. It feels mildly more mountainous. But yeah, I am delighted to find that there's still an active modding scene for Daggerfall.
Well, more that there's a revived modding scene. Since people did make mods, but it was a very, very, very dedicated few.
And to be fair, I would not have seen any of those in '96.
Yeah, because internet was real hit or miss. Good old dial-up.
So I have distinct memories of taking 3.5 hours to watch half of a 3-minute YouTube video. And at the time, I thought it was worth it.
Well, it was for a lot of people the only game in town. Every time I stutter a little bit, I get paranoid.
Saving is probably wise. Also, amusingly, we used one of the Daggerfall in songs as the recessional for a wedding.
But yeah, they took one of the old graveyards in Daggerfall and actually made like a proper lived-in dungeon.
Nice.
And definitely more sensible. Like, I enjoy the challenge of the dungeons, but I would never argue that it's a real place.
Yeah, generally. What have we here?
Something standing in the middle of nowhere. Clearly, it's hostile.
Let's find out. What is this? It's got a ladder. Ah, people.
Oh, gentlemen.
Who are you?
No one. Cool.
They came all the way out of here because they didn't want to talk to anyone, damn it.
The knights who say nothing.
Do you think you find yourself standing on a platform in the middle of the desert because you like people?
Yeah, what? Oh, they're guarding those bits of mountains. Well done, guys.
Huh. I'm reminded of one Kipplefish song I've heard before that mentions in the desert suddenly seeing people for a handful of legal papers and a mouthful of human speech. Let's just wander around this beauty.
Well, I do want to
climb it. Why not climb it? It's fun.
Yeah, just to see if maybe I can spot something.
I spy an extremely stretched out texture.
No dice, it appears.
Maybe on the next mountaintop.
Good.
After all, there are multiple mountaintops in this world. Aha! We're in a place.
Hold it up.
I was gonna say, yeah, that looks too small to bet on an alchemist.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember the zero punctuation review for Black Mesa, which is basically the big graphical remake of the original Half-Life. And he pointed out that there are some things that the original game couldn't get away with because of the lower graphical fidelity. And I feel we have a very similar, situation here.
I mean, if you compare the larger... Ooh. Ah, we're in a different part of the desert. With massive plateaus.
And, well, you could definitely... Well, you definitely knows right away.
Even the mountains feel a little different.
Yeah.
The trees more sandblasted. I feel like this is a level of appreciation I didn't generally have at the time because you just kind of walk out into the middle of nowhere and you do that for an hour or so and then kind of go, I'm bored, I am doing nothing.
Yeah.
And default to fast travel.
Yeah, and that oh, okay, so we're starting to have encounters finally.
Ah. As the sky turns red. Now for wrath, now for ruin, and a red nightfall. Different fantasy, but...
Oh, yeah, inspired. It's respite, I think.
Agreed, but I think next time we encounter a town...
Yep. This is a pretty extensive mountain.
Yeah.
It probably hurt. We're gonna be here for a while. Oh, wow, there is nothing for a while. I'm at...
Are there any temples that we can stop at?
Well, I
Because
guess...
sometimes they have inns around them.
Well, let's see. Even that's...
Yeah, no, not really. Want to aim for that little place in particular?
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Okay.
Worst comes to worst, we can camp out for the night.
That is fair.
Well, it's also...
Stars.
Oh, it's also pretty bright, so...
Actually, would you mind pausing the run for a second? I just want to look at the constellations. If you look back towards the horizon where you were, the direction we were looking earlier. I was going to say you can
South,
see the you can see the constellation of the thief in the middle of the sky. Uh, I'm not sure which direction we were facing.
North.
Let's see. Look towards a little more horizon-wise. Down. There he is. Right there, framed in the middle. That's the thief.
Nice. Okay. Didn't realize it was in there. Well, I guess this game was kind of obsessed with a lot of like lore details.
Yep.
I imagine the Alkir Desert. Nuts.
Are we frozen?
We're frozen. Well, it's fine. Yep.
We'll be right back, folks.
Yep. So let's just try that again.
Because this is still a heavily modded Bethesda game.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. As we are. Nuts.
Okay, so we lost a little bit of journey, but not too much.
Okay, so all right, so we're not that far from the border.
Well, let's keep on wandering then. The usual reminder of just save early, save often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's accurate. Taking an airship across the Iliac Bay.
Yep.
That will crash too.
Very much trouble.
Loading off that empty ocean.
Yeah. I'm still not sure why I reloaded in the empty ocean, but never mind.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of world for it to load, even if there isn't always a lot in that world. And, well, there's more in that world now than there used to be. Ah, here we are at the desert again. As we click save frequently.
Actually, let's take a rest now.
That's fair.
Play more where that came from. Nuts. Okay. Bumper horses. Like, this would look extremely silly in Skyrim.
Yeah. Well, Skyrim is also so much smaller a map.
It's smaller a map, so it's a bit more encouraging to just go out in normal speed, is the other thing. Enjoy the sights. And, it's still an enjoyable map.
And Skyrim is packed full of content.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you can go find a fox to follow around and he'll lead you to something.
Yeah. And Morrowind was very much the same. I feel like Oblivion was a touch too big.
Though again, modders have had a heyday with Oblivion since then.
Yeah.
Proper emulate territory added? Yeah.
Yeah.
That and the occasional plateaus eroded out of the desert stone.
Yeah. Two things I would add is putting some caves within like the rock mountains that are added, and also rivers.
Rivers would be cool.
Yeah. Give the
We've avoided another encounter.
Yeah, a couple of times I failed to avoid an encounter. It was an orc, and I managed to pacify him.
Always satisfying when that happens.
Yeah, just said hello.
Your little bit of work has paid off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do like how...
I mean, check out that massive plateau there.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls always had my favorite, continuity as far as fantasy goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where personally I feel the whole concept of an evil race pretty
Repugnant.
Yeah, it hasn't aged well.
Yeah, no.
And Elder Scrolls, despite all like glitchiness we come across, is always one of the more believable ones.
Mm-hmm.
Very few people are just like over the top.
Yeah.
Unless you're like Isran and you're just personality wise just always Isran.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of makes Oblivion the most jarring entry because from the very gray area, like there really isn't a completely likable family of royalty in this game.
Yeah, no.
The most you have is Loten, who's the most sympathetic.
I was gonna say, he was actually one of my early fictional crushes.
And Morrowind also had that cynicism, but it was a bit more even-handed, and there's a lot more humanity in the ruling powers. Because you get to know the characters of them a bit more intimately.
Oblivion is more on the lines of there must be a good king on the throne.
Yeah, which always felt a bit out of place for me.
Oh, you avoided another encounter. I was gonna say right now, I think we're at a lot of empty deaths that we probably want to save. I do love that the map includes a little sea monster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got kind of tired of like the new graphics mods, mainly because they're all kind of like it's always going to be a bit patchwork when it comes to mods, with so many people independently. And I know the Elder Scrolls are classically pretty patchwork in their own way, but it was still like one
to have what looks like painted faces next to properly pixelated ones.
Yeah, that's still by like one team, under one collective vision.
That actually reminds me, one thing Sorcerer David pointed out. In Morrowind, it feels like the Imperial cult quests are written by a different team from everyone else. Among other things, they'll let you take on 3 different quests at once.
Actually, yeah, it was interesting. I did go through that in a recent playthrough. Did like a Red Guard Paladin where I did the Legion and the cult. And the Legion was pretty similar to the rest of them. You had to go different places for your quest, but everything was on Ebonheart.
Yeah.
With that one, it was like one. I say central, and it's like one of the most southwestern parts of the map, but everything was just kind of like right there. Kind of felt like Skyrim. Though that's not entirely fair. With you still had other temples, you still had other facilities to get services from. But it was a little odd that all of the quest givers were in one place.
I believe literally in one room.
Yep. Well, in one loaded room, there's an upstairs and a downstairs. But that's pretty much it. Let's try camping. For it takes 2 hours. That's something.
It'll heal up a little.
Save.
Good call. Saving is a good idea here.
Save on the map. Still nothing for miles. I remember a story. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't come across that many or any dungeons here. Actually, come to think of it. Oh yeah, I guess I hung out in the Murkwasa and the Sentinel area, not so much in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Actually. So let's see what is around me.
You're right by a temple.
Yeah, just to see what it is. Let's check it out.
Check out the fearful Oracle of Stendar.
My paws axe, Stendar preserve us. Isran is the best.
Let's see, there is often an inn at these places.
Nope.
Just the temple. Do you have any actual need of the Temple of Stendar?
No.
Well, in that case, let's continue onwards.
I wouldn't say that Solaris is like, you know, a conservative, like, red-ridden dark elf, but he still kind of takes on... Well, he kind of takes on more of a Telvanni view of who cares, I have magic.
In the backstory you did for him, his father was Telvanni, right?
Right. And, well, basically, in the whole family line, they've been kind of, like, in and out of that particular great house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, varying attitudes, you know, toward magic and authority.
I was gonna say his father also backed Thar, didn't he?
Yeah. So yeah, my backstory for this guy is his father backed Tharn, and it was killed for it, and basically escaped out into the desert to get away from all that.
Mm-hmm.
At least, well, that's the story for
The fanfic we're doing.
Yeah, the fanfic we're doing.
Because yes, we are the kind of nerds that do fanfiction about Daggerfall.
Yeah. It's amazing all nothing.
Yeah. Have you been in deserts proper in real life?
No. Well, I guess, yeah, I've been to the Southwest. Another one. And you can literally see the weather from other states from where you're standing. Like, it could be hailstorming where you are, but you look a ways north and it's like, yeah, bright sunshine.
Huh. I did an archaeology field school in Kenya, actually.
Yeah.
One of the most interesting things is we had to keep most of us had brought flashlights or headlamps of some sort for navigating the camp at night, but we ended up not using them at all because of the giant grasshoppers. 3 to 4 inches long, and if you have a headlamp on, that means they fly directly for the light, which means directly at your face.
Well, I found, going back to graphic fidelity, I think the same kind of goes for animation. The more intricate you want your animation, it gets to a point where the less you can do gameplay-wise. Like, you take Divinity Original Sin 2, they do put a bit more work into, the action animations themselves, but it's still just kind of like, I'm doing this animation, now I'm standing still. There's still a bit of that flat-footedness to it, but there's so many ways you can BS things in that game. And Skyrim, they tried to do a lot more with animation in that game than any others before. And I'm not sure it's much of an excuse for, say, Magic, but well, the combat always felt kind of weird in comparison to the others. Like, this one is pretty effortless. Well,
that might be a little easier to show when you're not.
And this, a balance of accuracy versus power. And very effortlessly, you can do this on a horse. But then we get to Morrowind in the first, days of, the early-ish days of 3D.
Early for Bethesda, at the very least.
Well, let's say it was kind of like the second big generation for games, as far as 3D goes. Yeah, like the PS1 generation. And I know PC was, always on its own planet, but even they had some growing pains in that respect. Such as, Morrowind, they didn't bother with mounts at all.
Which I missed.
Oblivion, you couldn't attack on horseback, and it wasn't until Dawn Guard for Skyrim that you could do that again.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't even come with Skyrim at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But here, pretty simple. And you know, a lot of it is just you're basically just looking at the graphic of a horse, and slightly uplifted and moving forward at a faster speed. And with that kind of simplicity, you can just do a lot more.
One thing that I will point out as well, with this kind of simplicity, you don't have to actually account for situations.
Such as?
In, for example, Skyrim, it would look really dumb if you didn't have any animations for given actions.
Yeah.
Which is why they felt compelled to, for example, do separate actions for mining and blacksmithing and all of
Instead
that.
of just a simple grab motion, which a lot of games do.
Yeah. Instead of Breath of the Wild, though.
Yeah. Well, the way Breath of the Wild did it is you blew it up in another way. And the mining was basically your typical attack animation followed by grabbing. Or
but
bombs
thanks
or
to
whatever.
gathering mushrooms or whatever, same grab animation.
Yeah. I mean, Skyrim barely even bothers with animation when it comes to the plants.
This is true.
Right. You know what? Let's embrace the fact that we're out in the middle of the desert.
All right.
And we might get some action. Okay. So it's 5 o'clock. So we're gonna shoot for 13 hours.
It is nearby. Excellent.
Wow, really?
And the game crashes. Or does it?
It does. It does. But that's fine. We literally just saved.
All right. We will rejoin you again.
We'll be back in a second.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock already. By the way, how late are we planning on going tonight?
I figure till 9.
Okay. Alright, we return.
That didn't quite go as smoothly as planned, actually. Just a second. I thought I made an elegant solution. Yep.
Alright, let's return.
Yes, this is kind of amateur, a couple hours, but whatever. Okay. Last time, as in 2 minutes ago.
We're gonna take a nap.
Yep.
So let's do that. 13 hours?
Yep.
Okay, we seem to be crashing here repeatedly.
So, you know what? I'm just going to respite and keep going.
Fair.
Don't know why that's happening, but whatever.
Alright, let's try that again. We'll have to do some bug checking afterwards, I guess.
This is embarrassing. Anyway.
It's Daggerfall.
So I get less frustrated at Daggerfall than the other games. All right.
So respite and wander onward. How far are we from anything? Yes.
So I say we keep going. Perhaps this is auspicious, but during tests, Solaris kind of had the most glitches of the character, so his save just might be cursed.
We shall see.
I did a lot of what I wanted to do with the character, so it's not a huge loss,
But he might be on the buggy side.
yeah. Well, I don't sweat mods like I do in this game like I do with others. Town is not.
Want to go there?
Yeah, we'll keep going. Let's see how close we get.
It seems to be something that's happening consistently at this time.
Yeah. We'll give it another shot.
Let's see. Will it work again this time? Okay, we've loaded up. Respite and move onward.
Yep.
It's just nice spending time in Daggerfall, though.
Yep.
And it's nice having a reason to spend more time here, you know?
Yeah, because again, I like that this kind of combination of mods fills in. A lot.
Save now that we're now that night has fallen.
Yep. Now let's step away from the deserts. Or from the mountains.
Make sure that that's not what's crashing us.
See, I thought it was like the random encounters of one, quest pack was
Yeah.
sending me, but it doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's something happening at a specific time that's triggering it. Ah, enemies are nearby. Oh, wonderful.
Natural.
Yep.
Huh.
That's right, we have a mod that added some arena enemies too.
Oh no, that's been our book. Hello. Aren't you cheeky?
I just got notification that this is in fact a banned book speak.
First, I probably want to get my horse out.
Probably. It'll go a little faster that way. Now that enemies are no longer nearby.
But yeah, those guys have always been there.
Right, yes. Yeah, it's always felt like I didn't encounter them as often. Maybe it's because it doesn't take long to end up at a level where you're encountering nothing but vampires.
Yeah.
And then nothing but powerful Daedra.
Always cool when you first hear the Daedra words laugh.
Yes.
Because, well, it's a little different than how say, Wes Johnson does.
Has played them.
In the days before Wes Johnson.
Man who played, in fact.
Like 90% of Oblivion.
Yeah.
And probably put about 900 hours into Oblivion.
From what I understand, yeah. I do think that Skyrim made the right choice in doing voice casting by archetype rather than just race type and gender.
Yeah.
Do we try to nap or
No.
okay. No time for napping.
Yeah, and I like this. I like this mod because you see just more of it, and
It lets you actually experience the world.
and you know, in Way Rest, I would it's like, okay, it's getting dark. Where's Here's Town?
Mm-hmm.
Here's not quite as much of a problem.
There. Well, we made it a little farther this time.
Yep. Okay.
Let's see. Do we give it one last go?
Yeah, let's give it one last go.
And if it crashes again, I think the game might be telling us something.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That's alright. Let's give it one more go. See what happens. To be fair, we have put it through a lot of desert. Alright. Tell it where to go.
Yep. Well, actually, let's go to that town.
Okay. Let's see what happens. If we're lucky, this one off an alchemist shop and we can get the telescope.
Mm-hmm. We're getting there. Yeah, it seemed to only accept cash with the regular fast travel for some reason.
Huh. That is odd. Yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt to have some cash on hand. And it's not like we have any shortage of money, but...
So just out of curiosity.
I'm checking to see if you've thrown it in your... Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you have a little golden pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't accept notes when they're in the other fast travel thing, but they accept notes of...
I'm sure it involves something with the way the mod is built.
Yeah.
Resume your journey.
Okay.
You're almost there.
Do like the distant valley. Just
Yeah. Seeing the mountain silhouetted against the stars.
I think I see a wall.
I think so.
It's always cool, spotting a town at the bottom of the mountain or something.
Patch of blue or darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the shadow of the mountain.
Okay, so it's good enough.
Oh, who's that guy standing there?
Oh, that's an airship salesman.
Ah. I have no need for an airship, sir. I can climb.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I can climb. Ouch.
Mm-hmm. Now he's like level are you? 24. Which is pretty high for this game.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Got a temple, and it looks like probably a fighters.
Oh, quality
All
herbs.
the herbs. Yay, that's what
Alright.
we need. And then just slightly to the north, there's an inn.
So quite a few. So I kind of feel like I wouldn't know this if I took the traditional route. The Dead Dungeon. I see. Let's see. Actually, do we have... Well, new stuff? No, I guess there wouldn't be much Sajama here.
Well, also, was that a thing at this point?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that was added in Morrowind.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're sleeping until 7. And we got through the night without freezing, yes.
Okay, we have saved.
You can definitely tell which is the new part.
Yes. I rather love that though.
Yeah.
So, to one of our 2 alchemist shops?
So yes, we should be able to get... Is this him?
Yep.
I'm dubious, but okay. Oh.
Best pharmaceuticals here.
Ah, good.
One gold.
1 gold!
Truly, 'tis but a pittance. Yes, truly it is. I've noticed they put a lot of the new shop stuff in the alchemy shop.
Why am I not wearing these?
I don't know.
Put on your pants. Anyway.
And then you probably want to get outside of town before resuming
Yep.
your journey.
Yeah, I guess we could take the eastern end. Oh, an Argonian?
Yes. Nice.
He's like... Shut up, Dark Elf. Alright. Yep. Yeah, we'll try the desert one more time. Then I might want to just go up to somewhere in Sentinel.
Fair. Just because there's more to see up there.
More to see, and maybe it's less glitchy. You know, hopefully, maybe.
If we're lucky.
Alright, on your mark. Get set. Go.
Just find our way.
So yeah, and you know, I've said this about a million times, but I do hope for a proper you know, quest expansion by the fans.
It may be a thing that happens.
Yeah, like I would love to see, honestly, like Morrowind done like this.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any interest in writing quests yourself?
Possibly. The programming is kind of. I've always had kind of a hit and miss relationship with that.
Oh, it'd be fun to try though.
Yeah.
From what I heard, the actual quest programming on this is kind of
Archaic.
fast and loose. He fails to avoid any counter.
Oh, hello!
Ah!
Ah!
That was a Minotaur.
Nice. I actually have not faced them as our elf friend.
Or take anything. I read that not as Wraith Essence, but as Wraith Grease.
Wraith Grease.
So I got his vengeance on someone.
How else do you think they make burgers?
Of course, you gotta fry him in Wraith Grease.
Yeah.
So what do we call fries in this universe? Because we know they have potatoes.
True, true.
At least in the Imperial province they know.
I mean, they're fried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like hamburger that came from a specific place. and waff fries. That's what they call them when they're pissed off at like the Bretons or something. I am impressed that there are different kinds of mountain structures here.
Yeah.
Like the different kind of plateaus. And that's
It looks wind blasted.
yeah, good job, Cameron. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because what always happens with something this big, especially among professional game developers, is you have a lot of repetition. A lot of things become the same. In fact, the dungeons in this game
are notoriously samey.
Yeah, and I'm sad to say that because since I do enjoy them, but they do feel very similar after a while. But I'm glad to see that the mountains are done differently here.
Yeah. Just had another one drawn. That makes sense.
Let's be careful because there's usually these kind of structures that tend to crash the bloody game.
Back to let's save again.
I will say, though this does crash, it definitely has the advantage of being kind of lightweight as far as stopping and starting.
Yes.
Yeah, this isn't like ESO or is this whole like bureaucratic process every time something goes wrong.
Nope, you just flew back in.
Oh god. So, yes, I did enjoy Skyrim even when I was on the PS3. However, I'm never playing the PS3 version ever again.
Fair. So tell us what was wrong with it.
Well, okay, so a lot of it has to do with the PS3 itself. It was, see, I was hesitant on playing the special edition for the PS4, and because what would happen with the PS3 is that the save file would just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I never played it for that long, but apparently players have gotten to the point where they can't reload it. And but one thing I had to do was turn off autosave.
Yeah, because you said it was growing the file every time you went in through a new door.
Yeah, or traveling and whatnot, and it just moved a lot faster without it. So, I looked up to see if the same problem was on the special edition for the PS4, and the way it was described is like, see, here's the thing. The PS3 did data differently, as in poorly. Don't worry about it, just have fun. I was like, alright, cool. And yeah, I didn't really have any problems. See, and when the PS3 crashed, I always had a fear, and a very justifiable fear, that I was going to lose all my save files from like everything. That I'll have to basically factory reset the damn thing just to get it working.
It wouldn't have been impossible for the time.
Yeah, and yeah. Like every time something went wrong. Well, meanwhile, the PS4, you're getting crashes. So far, it just went back to the main menu and you try it again. And it's just far less hair pulling.
So how close are we to a town of any sort? No.
Over there. Well, which isn't that far.
Okay.
So it looks like it's kind of taking us into the Sentinel region. So good.
Excellent.
It's one of Eva's favorite places to visit.
It is. I would usually make Sentinel my main province when I played as a kid.
Yeah. It has the coolest palace of the major kingdoms. Alright, I'm calling it quits.
I feel like the game's trying to tell us something here.
Unless we want to do something different with this game. Just because.
I'm gonna say maybe we punctuate our road trips with dungeons along the way as for the next session, but it is about 8:30 now.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you, Lysandra's of Daggerfall, for joining us.
We have definitely appreciated your commentary.
Yep, and we will see you next time.
Until then, good night.
Good night.
Vengeance.
Vengeance.